Good morning, everyone. What's going on? Good morning, Mani. Have you tried like how to write JavaScript function as a local function or namespace wise? Johan Davis, Nadine, good morning, good morning. Pulkit Johan, good morning. Pratik, good morning. Hey, can you ask some everyone to join quickly? Today that environment is expired. Let me try to log in into new environment. Meanwhile, you can ask other to join quickly. Today we will learn, you know, good things, good good things you need to understand. Because Yogendra, good morning. Are you able to manage your professional work, your personal work, and this training session? Hey, good morning, everyone. Because it's required some additional time to complete this activity. Let me remove. Not completely, but trying to adjust. Anyhow, we are adjusting every day, every day to day life. We are doing adjusting. Any challenge we are facing during this development part. In market, there is no fresher opening. What you can do as a fresher? See, you have to grab any opportunity if you find any option in the market. It is not like you have to grab a good opportunity, but in terms of the financial terms. Good morning, Babu. So either because in the initial days, maybe if someone getting information in terms of any internship, any live project, if you are able to manage, so you are adding, some value addition in your skill set. Once you got some good opportunity, you have good understanding related to dynamic CRM or maybe any technology, but your initiation should be uh, mandatory here. It is not like you are only waiting for opportunity and opportunity only. So it's better you can start and you have to contribute. That is the only option. You can go for that one. Otherwise, it's very difficult to grab everything. Sales insight, right? I'm trying to, but in this particular era, actually, we have to take help from any our senior resource person, anyone who can help here to even do any reference. So sometimes what happen, there are many requirement in the market or maybe some place, but we did not found good resource. I also have many things in the plate, but thing is that every organization they are looking for expertise, experience. But how to get that experience? That is the main problem. It is not like fresher resource you cannot hire. But that is the reality actually. We don't have much opportunity at the beginning level, but anyhow, we have to adjust it and we have to take any option, any opportunity, whatever available in the market. Okay, let me share my screen so that at least we can initiate for the day. Good morning. Good morning, see. Okay, let me share. So, do we have anything to discuss here? Just let me know. See, actually, I'm expecting something at least. I need some query from your side so that we have something to discuss even. It is not like no one have anything to discuss. I'm suspecting that I'm the one who is doing practice and who is increasing the skill set only. I'm taking only the benefit here. But I'm here only for you to give or brush up your knowledge. I can manage, my work, but you have to learn. Just this error. This is new environment I have logged in, so it is taking some time to set up so that we can initiate. What is the error here? Lead library does not exist. Which one? On load one. Oh, load. Where is dot? This is the form. Sometimes I'm opening the older format. Where is this? Microsoft. lead library. We supposed to have this one. Yes, this is the one. So whatever library we were having in our local, actually I'm adding that one into new environment. This is new trial environment. Whatever we have seen yesterday, every company not hiring fresher, even startup also looking for 5 to 6 years old CRM. Yeah, but who can tell this information to Microsoft? Even I will do one more thing here. Even if some of the company, if they have any requirement, either it is a fresher level or any entry level requirement, I will update into our community, WhatsApp community group, so that you can share your resume directly to them. And even I hope you all are connected with me in LinkedIn. I also post some, you know, maybe some LinkedIn chat so that you also can utilize that part. At least maybe it may help you sometimes. Why it is behaving like this? This is types of debugging that we are doing. So try to understand how to do that debugging. Main library, lead main library. What we have here, source. If someone also created this namespace with the same name, I'm suspecting that one because I have received this. What happens sometimes if I have created a namespace and someone also created a namespace? If both are same, so we may face that level of issues sometimes. Okay, let me try to create new. Okay, and let me publish it. I hope it will resolve the problem. Do not use same environment. If someone is using, let me know. Okay, I hope this is the problem. Publish all customization. Correct. Maybe now mostly war is ended, hopefully, and maybe new markets open recently. Middle East, Middle East is having good opportunity and good option even for new resource as well. So I'm thinking we may have some new more opportunity in Middle East. Let me know if someone want to. Do we have more than 10 plus year of experience candidate here in this session? Let me know. Ping me in the WhatsApp group, and then maybe we can discuss further. I have some option. Uh, Fresher level, maybe we have to discuss some opportunity. Do we have anyone who is available from Mumbai location who can work in the Mumbai location? 2 3 year of experience candidate who is looking for job change, immediate joiner available. One of my friend they are asking. You what happened? Okay, I will do one thing. Let me remove that particular method first. Yeah, even we can post even if you also have some other option, someone looking for any opportunity, maybe you can help even in that for team members so that at least for this era we can help each other. If someone is facing any types of issues, maybe we can create a community kind of things and we can help each other, right? Let me remove this one first and then we'll see what happens. So one more thing I would like to inform you. Suppose if we have written something, if any JavaScript is failing, your trial has ended, contact us, learn more about that. This is also about to expire. We just remove it. Not more than. Now I'm doing hard refresh. How to do hard refresh? Empty cache and do hard refresh. Okay. Now there is no error. So yesterday we talked about one thing here. Suppose in the opportunity level, have you tried that requirement, whatever we discussed yesterday? In the opportunity level, suppose if I want to retrieve some information, focused view. Have you ever worked in the XRM toolbox? XRM toolbox, download latest version. See, if I need to work in the XRM toolbox, so let me tell you from beginning what is XRM toolbox and how it's help us for day-to-day basis. XRM toolbox is kind of a platform where we have different types of tools which it we are utilizing for our day-to-day basis development part. So let me show you here in the download. Maybe I can extract here. I'm doing this one from very beginning. So you can download the same XRM toolbox. You can extract this one and maybe you can connect. Just open this application, XRM toolbox application. And now you can create a connection. It is taking some time to open it. Okay, so this is the XRM toolbox here. I have to create here first connection. Why connection is needed? Connection is needed. Why? Because we have to connect this particular environment, whatever we have logged in. So we have logged in into this particular user ID and user ID. This user we have to utilize here. So it means we may have n number of users. So if we have n numbers of users here, so it means it required a specific connection to connect into a user specific. So this is the user. So first we will try to create a user here. Okay, so this is the user we have. I already have into the notepad. You can use this one even if needed. Oh, anyhow, it is going to expire today. So maybe you can utilize some another tool. So first I am going to create a new connection. How to create a new connection? Here I have a number of connected different environment. Suppose I am going to create a new connection here. How to create a new connection? Click here, connect, or from here, create new connection. You can create a new connection. I'm creating from this particular place here. Open Microsoft logged in window because this is online environment. Display list of all available organizations. So here we have to select. Suppose I'm logged in here into my user into the same whatever we have in the CRM application. So I can select here sign in as current user. But here I have logged in some different account. I'm trying to log into trial environment. So I'm trying to log in here. So then Microsoft pop-up will open here. So what happened here? I will try to use this user ID. It will ask for password. So this is style environment password here. Let's see if we can create a connection. Yes. Okay, so here you can see there is a CRM default organization. This is the sales style environment that we have. How to validate this one? So this here we have logged in here. So this is the unique organization name, ED4. So in ED4, this is the tenant number we have. New CRM demo training account. Okay, so I'm going to save this number so that I can remember this. Okay, the connection is created. Now I can connect to this particular environment. So here we can see there are so many, by default there are so many environment here. So suppose there is a very, if you have any idea related to uh, backend or database, so you can use this environment, this CDS, SQL to CDS, SQL for CDS. This is a very good tool. You can query based on if you have any understanding, existing understanding here. But I will tell you, or mostly whatever we can utilize here. But today I will try to explain you here. XRM REST builder, REST. We have any, or where we have query builder. I always forgot that name where we can create the query. You remember? Anyone remember that one? Do you want to connect? Wait. REST. Yeah, Dataverse REST Builder. This is the one. If you are not able to search here, you can select here from the tool library and you can search and you can install that one. So, okay, let me tell you how it's work. So, it is asking for first try to connect. So, which one we have created? This one. So, it will connect here. Now this new pop-up new query will open here. Okay, so what we are trying to achieve here from this Dataverse REST builder. So suppose in SQL, okay, let me try to open some query also, CDS to SQL. If you have any idea related to SQL to this one, this environment, let me try to open. Are you with me? I have 6 month internship experience, good understanding of configuration and customization. Yeah, anyhow, we have to go for new environment, new UI. So you have to learn new things, new UI. But if you already have good understanding for existing one also, so that is also additional benefit for you. See, what is the purpose of here CDS to SQL? Suppose if we need to retrieve or we need to validate some data from backend. So what we are doing with the help of these particular tools or any tools which are related to if we are connected to Dataverse. So we can check some data from backend. Similarly, if we want to select something, suppose select star from, maybe we are working with lead. Okay, so we can check how many lead we have. If we want to check everything here, I can see 16 lead in the system. If I want to check name, or what we have here, uh, first name, last name, and even mobile number, and even the email address. So you are thinking these are sufficient information for me. You can select even some information. Similarly, because you don't have leverage to create any SQL query to create directly or to update directly in the database level, you can do something here with this particular tool, but this is not recommended. Like if you are doing something wrong, so it may create some impact. Anyhow, this particular tools is directly creating some request in such a manner so that it will handle everything. But suppose if you need to perform something, if you need to perform suppose if you need to select some specific record based on suppose if you need to retrieve some condition, so you can add one filter also. First name equal to this one. So here you are adding some filter conditions. Filter condition means based on your query, based on your requirement, you are passing some input parameter as filter, and you are getting all those data. Or maybe you can add some additional parameter like uh, and you can add some different types of query, maybe if it is having yes. So here looks like we are doing some different types of filtration part here. Similarly, we have you have four operation. You heard about this operation, CRUD operation: create, update, read, and delete. So to perform those logic, because these are the mandatory operation you have to do based on your day-to-day development activity. So how to perform that activity with the help of JavaScript tools. That's why this Dataverse REST builders comes into the picture. We can do from backend, but we are not supposed to do that one. So suppose first operation we have card, create, update, read. Okay, first I will tell you read operation. How to retrieve data, like we are selecting here from here, right? So how to read data from JavaScript. So to write, we know, we understand this terminology. We learn SQL from our during our studies as well. So we know some basic syntax related to this one, but now we are trying to utilizing our skill set or upgrading our skill set in JavaScript. So we have to create some basic query. So to create a basic query so that I can write that basic query in JavaScript, I will tell you how to use those one. So let me try to create one read operation. Read operation means whatever we have done here. What we have done here, we have done first name, last name, mobile number, and four field we have selected based on first name, some condition. Okay, so I'm not going to add here first any filter. So I'm trying to read all the record from system, whatever we have, first name, last name, mobile number, and email address. How to achieve that one from JavaScript? From any entity. Any entity means we have selected here lead. We can choose from contact, opportunity, maybe any other entity. So here, so if we are creating a new request here for retrieve, suppose, so here we have to select, like retrieve means select here whatever we have here. Retrieve single means you have to understand very carefully here. So what is the difference between here retrieve single and retrieve multiple? Retrieve single, I already told those information in our team. Yeah, sometimes. What happen? Suppose I'm going to use one query here. Select star from lead and let me select all the information here. So in Dataverse, any entity, suppose if I'm going to open, suppose lead. This is the lead entity. So here we can see attribute. So how many attribute we have in the lead level? So whatever I can see here, all are the lead attribute here. So I will tell you one thing here. I in dynamic CRM we have a unique identifier. Unique identifier for a specific entity. Suppose if I'm going to create a new entity that is called suppose employee. So this employee master, suppose EMP master. So we should have a prefix here because this is custom. Suppose new underscore employee master. So we should have a unique identifier in the backend. What we have here. So whatever we have name of this entity. So we should have a name and then a identifier as ID. So if we know the entity name, so we should understand, we should get the unique identifier of that particular entity. So if we have lead, so what is the unique identifier for that particular lead entity? Can you tell me here? Let me check if you are available or you are with me or you are sleeping or you are doing any other work. What should be the lead unique identifier? Can you type here quickly? Are you with me? Are you able to type or you are not able to type? Quickly. Anyhow, lead ID. That's it. If suppose we have opportunity, table name. So what should be the unique identifier for that one? Nothing. Opportunity ID. Similarly, if we have contact entity, so what we have unique identifier? Contact ID. So if we know the entity name, we know the unique identifier for that entity ID. So that is called unique identifier. GUID of that one. Correct. So what happened? I will tell you why I'm telling you. If you know the unique identifier of that particular table, that GUID of that particular table, then you have to write retrieve single. Either you are getting single record, if you are getting multiple record, there is no impact. If you have record GUID, then only you can write retrieve single. Otherwise, if I'm telling you you have a unique number here in lead entity as a mobile number, even if you have mobile number as unique identifier here and you are going to query with the help of mobile number, you cannot create a query like retrieve single and you can pass the mobile number. If you have unique identifier, then only you can create a retrieve single. Let me show you how. Suppose I have selected here retrieve single. Then it will ask you, hey, select table, which table? Suppose I'm telling here lead. Okay. How many column you want to select? with this tool. This is very important information. You are going to, create different types of query here with the help of this tool. If you understand the basic terminology here, no need to come here. You can directly write that query. So here you have to select column, like how many field I need to select. I need to select here lead ID, suppose. I can select here mobile. Okay, I can select here email. Okay, I can select here first name. Okay, or last name. Okay, I have selected five field here from this list. Okay, now if you want to select something related to the associated or created relationship, you can select column from relationship as well. There is no harm. There are many relationship available from here. You can select and you can get select. You can select those fields from relationship. And if you need to create single retrieve single, then you have to pass primary id. Primary id means it is accepting primary id. It is not like if you are passing any primary id, where I need to pass primary id a, because this is uh, lead, so I need to get lead id. Okay, let me add this lead id as first column. Lead id. Okay, lead id. This is very important information. So suppose here I'm copying this particular one where maybe I can show you. Suppose if lead id, lead id, or I can retrieve that one from even SQL query as well. So suppose I want to retrieve that information from SQL query. So I can retrieve from here, right? This is unique record. And even if I want to retrieve that information maybe from mobile number, but I can write my query here in SQL, but I cannot write my query even in this particular retrieve single. So anyhow, I have to pass that information at unique id. It is accepting as primary id because we have passed here this primary id. But even if I'm going to pass this id as, let me show you one more thing, account id. Suppose account id also we may have here. As of now it is null, but if I'm passing here, because account id also accept geo id, so if I'm passing here account id, so what it will tell you, this is not this particular id, it will return a null value because you are passing wrong id here. So okay, let me try to create this request, how it looks like. Suppose there are multiple API, that is called API request here. First is web API, XRM web API. So this web API is generated. You can call this entire function from JavaScript, and you can get everything. Let me tell you how. Suppose I just copy this particular syntax here, and I am going to create a function here. Because this particular function I'm writing, okay, get lead based on id. So here I'm writing one function. Oh, this is not the right way. Here we have to pass as function, right? And here maybe I need to just paste this one first. Okay, So I'm writing and I'm passing here as a execution context or maybe form context, whatever. So suppose if I need to retrieve some information based on this GUID, here I am passing this GUID, but I can dynamically read the record GUID. Okay. Suppose yesterday I have showcased like how to retrieve form information, form related fields, but how to retrieve the current page or current record GUID. I have not showcase you that information. Okay, so let me give you that information. Get current record ID in JS in D365 CRM. So it will give you one single line of code. I always told like I am not that much expert like you because maybe you may recall so many things, but I cannot recall everything. See here, this is suppose form load. Here I can write that one. So here form context dot data dot entity dot get ID. With the help of this get ID, it will return record ID. Okay, that's fine. Here, suppose we are passing this information. Maybe in this particular web API, we are not utilizing this form context. And even if we have to call this particular one inside this one, so no need to pass this execution context. We also can pass form context here directly. Okay, form context, and then what happen if suppose I need to call this one internally, so I can pass here lead ID. So no need to pass this hard code value. So suppose if I need to do this one here, I can pass this dynamic value. I can retrieve all those information here and I can showcase those information. So let's see. So here in this particular method we have selected here mobile number, last name, first name, email ID, lead ID. So we are retrieving from the form, but here we are retrieving all those information from this web API retrieve record, but we are reading this information from this lead record GUID. Make sure. And how we have received this code, we have generated this particular code from this particular xrm.web API. Okay, I don't want this web API. Here we have configured even we can do this particular call as async or sync also. Suppose I want to change this one as synchronous. Okay, how to do that one? Here we cannot do that. This is in this one, but here we have where it is fetch one, we can do this one get, and then we may have other option. This is the one. Here you can do this particular activity as here you can pass true or false. You can do this is the one you can do request as async or sync code. Here, suppose if you have written this particular code directly. So earlier we have used this code. Now we can use this code also. This one I will tell you why we are not utilizing mostly. And even we can create a fetch XML query. So this one we have created a fetch XML query if you want to create from here. But let's try whatever we have written here. Then we can do multiple things inside our JavaScript code only. So let's call this function here. Okay, so how to call this function here now? Microsoft dot lead management dot lead. We have lead name in our new. Okay, lead new dot now. Whatever we have here, get lead based on ID. Okay. What we have to pass here as input parameter first is form context. So where we have passed form context here. Why this form context is needed? As of now, not needed. But here we retrieve the record ID. Record ID is nothing. Whatever we have in the lead level. That's it. So here it will return something. What it will return? If we are returning something, it will return. Otherwise, no, it will not return. Okay. Let's try to, showcase something here. We are alerting something. ALERT. Let's alert. What we need to alert here? Alert something as email ID. If email ID is here, we can showcase. If you are not able to understand, if you have something to discuss, feel free to ask me. It's better we can clear all those information. First name. Okay, first name. We have here first name. Okay, first do it for those two information only. First name and email ID. Okay, wait. So this one we need to, what we need to do here? This is the one, that method we have called copy and upload. Uploading here. I'm trying to explain you in very detail so that you need not to worry about anything. If I'm explaining you, no need any extra coaching. Okay, let's try to call this method also on form load, right? Form load. No need this method here. Let's comment out this one. Okay, form load, form. From this one. Lead new. Okay, form on load, enable it, pass as first parameter. Let's move up. Saving. Okay, let's do publish all instead of getting something. Okay. Let's do hard refresh. So in this manner, you can create multiple requests here with the help of this XRM toolbox. Here, suppose if you need to write query based on retrieve multiple. Retrieve multiple means either you are getting one record or multiple record, because Microsoft or any system doesn't know. Like if you are retrieving a record, either system is having more than one record or not more than one record. So here you have to add that filter. Suppose you are adding mobile phone number filter criteria, or you are adding suppose any mobile number. So here you can add even the group wise or order wise, and here you can see the query. Retrieve record based on the selected this one. Here you can pass the mobile number and then you can retrieve all those information in same manner. Here we have for each loop. Why? Because this will return more than one record. This will return a collection. That's why it is showing here results dot entities. Okay. We may have single record. We may have more than one record. So anyhow, even if one record is there, it will reiterate. We are doing in the lead opportunity, lead level. Hope you understand. You have to retrieve record. You have to retrieve single record. It could be if you are utilizing record GUID, you have to use retrieve single. If you don't have GUID, then you have to go for retrieve multiple. That is the basic difference actually. Data types of ID is unique identifier, GUID. Most common integer which unique identifier each record in a table. This is the primary ID, right? Form context is provided reference to the form and what execution context. Execution context we are passing from the form, like they are passing because in Ribbon I will tell you the difference between here. Can you share code? I need to understand each line. Yeah, I will share. You will understand here if we are passing from ribbon level, you have to pass form context. You cannot pass here. What happened here? CRM namespace. Actually, here we found Microsoft that contains this property. Okay, I think it is there is something wrong with this particular Microsoft keyword. Why? Because Microsoft also have different library here. Maybe here we can use some other keyword, or maybe here we can use SK, yeah, SUKU, Suku, short form of Sunil Kumar. I have not done more research here, but I'm doing just for high level. Open it. We are over the time. Now you can create multiple query. You can create different relationship related query. Suppose if you need to retrieve some data from other related entity from the opportunity, so you can select opportunity. You can retrieve related record from the opportunity entity, and even you can fetch all those information and you can set that information. That is very easy part now, but you have to understand that part how we have to perform it. So let's change it. Save it. And now form level, form properties. Even you can try all those in your site. How I can send this file? Do you have any idea? Like, or I need to attach this file into the any blog here? Any idea? Let me try to attach file here. Is there any possibility to attach? Start question answer. Start a poll. No. Send feedback. Okay, I will try to. I don't think so. We can attach that link here. Maybe I will attach. Uh, okay, let me try how I can do. We can do one thing. We can create a Git repo, and you can create a pull request, right? And I can share that repo link here. That code is still showing the old one. Is it published or not? This is Microsoft environment. However, the closest object we found is that contains this property. Please verify that object is not corrupt or not an object of the same name defines where such as any another script session ID for the onload event function names, onload form, every source, publisher name. Okay, I will check that part why it is throwing the error and I will update you here, right? I will correct it and maybe I will correct that one and we can discuss tomorrow. I need to jump into another call. It is Lead new form OnLoad closest object we form super that contains these property. Okay, let me check that part and I will update you. Anything we can discuss here? Okay, Git repo I will create. Thank you everyone. Take your time, spend your time here. It is not like whatever you are learning, you become an expert. If you want to get some more information, you have to spend some more time. Thank you everyone. Hope you understand. Thank you.